To learn about the importance of the Lord's Supper, we need to go all the way back in history of the Israelites to the origin of a special meal of worship and obedience to God. All the way back to the Israelites in captivity in Egypt and God using Moses to free them from Pharaoh. This is recorded in the book of Exodus in the Bible. The Israelites had been in Egypt for hundreds of years. They had grown into a large nation of people, but were slaves to the people of Egypt. God heard their cries to be freed and sent Moses to free the people. After many plagues against Egypt, Pharaoh continued to refuse to free the Israelites, and God sent one final judgment to make Pharaoh release the people. The final plague, the death of the oldest son in every home, would come overnight, and the Israelites were told to make a special meal of preparation. Each family must take a lamb and prepare it for a meal. Each home must take some of the blood of the lamb and mark the sides and the tops of the doorframes to the house where they were gathered. This marking would be a sign for the final plague to pass over their home. This was a momentous night of rescue for God's people. The angel of death passed over each home that obediently marked their doorpost. The Lord told his people to continue to remember this special meal by celebrating it every year on the same night. This was the start of the Passover meal, the most special meal of worship and remembering for the Israelite people. Hundreds of years later, when Jesus was born in Israel, the people still celebrated the Passover. It was the time of Passover in Jerusalem. Jesus told some of his disciples to go into the city and get a place ready for the special meal. That evening, as Jesus and the disciples were eating the Passover meal together, Jesus took some bread, blessed it, and broke it into pieces. He told them to remember him as they ate it. After they ate the bread, Jesus took a cup. Giving thanks, he told his disciples to drink from the cup. Jesus said it was a sign of his promise to everyone who believed in him. He would die on the cross for the forgiveness of sins, so everyone who believes in him would be saved. When they finished eating, the group sang together. This was the night before Jesus died on the cross. After Jesus died, came back to life, and went to heaven, people in the church ate bread and drank from a cup to remember Jesus and what he did for us, just as he said to do. The Bible calls this the Lord's Supper, and it is a very special celebration for Christians today. Instead of celebrating God's rescue of his people from Egypt, we celebrate and remember how Jesus rescued us from sin.